I am continuing my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a bit as I move along. Okay, I'm now returning to the Book of Ether. Now, our last reading in Ether, we read 2 verses and covered, I believe, 6 generations. So you had Hertham, then Heth, then Aaron, then Amnigadda, then Coriantum, and then Calm. In 2 verses, 6 generations. Now, I said in that video that this brings us down approximately to the reign of Hezekiah in Judah and Jerusalem, but I think I was a little off there. I think it's actually during the reign of his father, Uzziah. I think Uzziah was his father. But anyways, so I'm putting it here just... we're going to finish out chapter 10 of Ether, and then read the first 3 verses in chapter 11. And this is during the reign of Calm, or during the lifetime of Calm. And this will be about the time of Uzziah in Judah, kind of going from Uzziah to Hezekiah, that time period. So while this is taking place, we will be having when this is over, we will have had the destruction of the northern kingdom. So the timeline is very hard to line this up. I'm just trying to get it in as close as possible. And so this maybe I should have saved it for Hezekiah, but I think it's more likely going to be around this time. And this was just a good spot to put it in my reading. So let us get to this anyways. Ether chapter 10, verses 32 through 34. And it came to pass that Calm drew away the half of the kingdom, and he reigned over the half of the kingdom 42 years. And he went to battle against the king Amgid, and they fought for the space of many years, during which time Calm gained power over Amgid, and obtained power over the remainder of the kingdom. Now, I have to step back, I forgot to mention it. We went through 6 generations in those 2 verses, as I mentioned. But these were generations where the royal line of Orihah, the first king, his royal line has been deposed. Hertham was king, and then he was taken into captivity. And those next generations were all living in captivity, that none of them were actually kings. So Calm here comes in, and he is able to reclaim, at first, half the kingdom, which we now have a divided kingdom of the Jaredites again. He reigns for 42 years, while Amgid is king while there is another king over the other half. After 42 years, the king Amgid, whether he was king for those 42 years or he is a new king coming in, I think because he is named here and because we have this, Calm reigns for 42 years and then he goes to battle against Amgid. This indicates to me that Amgid is just freshly come to the throne. Calm was a king over a divided kingdom. He was a king over half during Amgid's father's time. Then Amgid becomes king, and Calm takes the opportunity of the succession to go to war. Maybe Amgid was not known for his skill in battle. Whatever reason, he goes to war now that Amgid is king. And he is able to conquer the rest of the kingdom. This brings us back to the royal line of Orihah is now back on the throne of the entire kingdom. All the Jaredites are now under the reign of the original line of kings. Anyways, verse 33. And in the days of Calm there began to be robbers in the land, and they adopted the old plans and administered oaths after the manner of the ancients, and sought again to destroy the kingdom. Now Calm did fight against them much. Nevertheless, he did not prevail against them. See, we're seeing here now, Calm, we read before under Lib, we have the last golden age of the Jaredites. Now we're getting Calm. He's able to take back the kingdom, and he is struggling to keep control of things because the robbers are coming back in. Remember, Achish was the first time we had these secret combinations among the Jaredites, and it caused a civil war that annihilated the people down to 50. There were only 50 people left, other than those who fled with the king Omer. And so we're getting the robbers coming back, and Calm is desperately trying. He fought against them much. He's desperately trying to get rid of them. He just can't do it. The people are falling too much now. But we are going to now turn to chapter 11. The chapter heading, let's just read this. It says here, wars, dissensions, and wickedness dominate Jaredite life. Their prophets predict the utter destruction of the Jaredites unless they repent. The people reject the words of the prophets. So, now let us read these verses 1 through 3. And there came also in the days of Calm many prophets, and prophesied of the destruction of that great people, except they should repent and turn unto the Lord, and forsake their murders and wickedness. And it came to pass that the prophets were rejected by the people, and they fled unto Com for protection, for the people sought to destroy them. And they prophesied unto Com many things, and he was blessed in all the remainder of his days. I'm actually going to read one more verse. Verse 4. And he lived to a good old age, and begat Shiblam, and Shiblam reigned in his stead. And the brother of Shiblam rebelled against him, and there began to be an exceedingly great war in all the land. So during the reign of Com, we have this influx of robbers come in, and Com is he's trying his best to get rid of them. He's fighting this criminal element. And at the same time, these prophets come in to warn the people, tell them to repent, and the people are persecuting the prophets. But then the prophets go to Com, and Com protects the prophets. He is a righteous man. He's doing his best, but the people are already deteriorating. The society is collapsing around him. And he's desperately trying to hold his kingdom together. And he is a righteous man. As it says, he was a righteous man. He lived to a good old age because he followed the prophets. But, as we will read in a coming chapter or a coming video, it is not too successful. As we actually read, when he dies, his son becomes king, but then another son rebels against him, and we get the beginnings of the final wars of the Jaredites. And we will read about it the next time we pick up Ether. But we are actually moving into the prophet Jonah now. So we're going to read the book of Jonah next, and we'll see you there.